Alrighty, we go Volskaya now. We take a look at Second Wind and their defense, and, well, it involves Brigitte, involves a Zenyatta and a Mercy, but it is not quite full-on goats. Got a Winston, a Widowmaker.
Yeah,
not sure if we have a Dream, but we got Shadows on the Widow.
The solo support's been very popular today. Excuse me, the triple support has been very popular today, along with the solo support. But yeah, this is a look that we are seeing more frequently now, especially with just how well Brigitte works and just dealing with the backline flankers and backline DPS. LNL though, currently, they're not showing off anything really, except for Lair on the Widowmaker, but really that's about it. If Sugar Free goes with a Doomfist, I would like it. I honestly would. But instead, no. They are going to go with, it looks like a triple support composition. Do it, Dogman. Ah!
No, do not do that. Also, as you can see there, that is old Symmetra. There is more than 3 turns. But LNL, see how they decided to approach us here. Enlar going to the skies. No targets to be found. Second Wind not giving up those sight lines. Good to see LNL going over to the left side to begin with. Widow freelancing on the right. Sugar Free gonna get right into the fray right now. Goes, I enjoy a good battle, and well, like all good Vikings, ends up just falling in the end. Gets that death in battle, and LNL actually getting pushed back a bit here. I think Fred B. Oh, Shadows is down. Lair suddenly brought this back the other way.
Yeah, and even though Decod falls, supposed brings Shadows back, but Lair is connecting with his shots, and this is what we were expecting, the Widowmaker battles, but it's going in favor so far of Lair, who has really been on fire these last 2 matches now. And so, LNL are biding their time as the rest of their respawns come on in. Moopy on the front line, but it's Shadows who gets the better of Lair.
Well, one good Widow pick deserves another. Shadows comes back the other side, plenty of room, picks up Ajax to spare. And yeah, he might have Winston on him, but he's got the Mercy pocket on the other end, gets the float right on back. Second Wind, for now, is giving LNL everything they can handle and more. Moopy, down he goes.
That might be a good stagger. They're not going to be able to resurrect that back in because it should still be on cooldown for about another 10 seconds. Never mind. Miscounted. Math is hard. Counting is hard. But
those maths weren't quick.
Yeah.
They weren't accurate either.
All right, Wub getting even another delay onto next year. So LNL, they've already spent 1 minute and 40 seconds now and haven't secured a tick quite yet. As the Infrasight comes out from Shadows. I think it's kind of gone even between Lair and Shadows now in the Widow battles. But the information battle, it's still in favor of Shadows right now. Rally is going to be used by Sugar Free, and Lair will be able to pop his Infrasight, so now they will be able to move in with all the information. You
know, seeing Shadows run like that near the back of the pond just, you know, makes me cringe a little bit. It's like, please don't fall off. But no, after the Rally can move in, Decod immediately has a Primal Rage, and oh, here's we do a little bit of juggling. Find Shadows in the back, in the corner, nowhere to go. Ends up getting healed, sends him on a ride, and takes him down, playing goalie on the other end. And while that was going on, LNL was able to just flood on into the point, and this should be the time that they take point A. Second Wind looking out of gas here.
Yeah, both tanks are still alive, so they can try their best to delay, but they don't have the health behind him. Moopy jumps in for just a second, gets taken out. Now as we move on to the second point, LNL, they're going to have 5 minutes and about 15 seconds here to try and take point B. They've got some good ultimates to do it. Sugar Free will have, of course, that rally for his team, give him that extra armor as they move forward. Dogman actually still has his from the first one, along with Ajax. So they don't need to actually use it. They can wait to use it in mid-fight.
All right, gonna see the Valkyrie up here for LNL. A quick engage with the rally, and they are putting all their chips here on the table, ready to go all in. Meanwhile, see Lair, the other side. Making his whipping. Primal Rage, going to be knocking things back the other way. And again, it's just disruption for Second Wind. You're trying to deal and drain away the support ultimate time for LNL. And it's a back and forth setup, but that's fine for Second Wind. The defense enjoys trading things out. LNL, though, still has the opportunity. Get people on the point. Lair takes down his counterpart, and the pressure now is on for Second Wind as they struggle to get back on and in.
It's just Wub, but never mind, he's not there. And so, without the mech, excuse me, without the D.Va there to try and stall it out, Wub's not going to be able to do anything at all. He pushes foot on the point and instantly goes on down now. Second Wind did buy their time. They're going to be able to move in with Transcendence, and they do have 5 members here, but still it's next with the self-destruct taking out Suppose.
Yeah, they're able to back out. They deal with the Transcendence on the other end. Lair continues to lay in shot after shot. No one's even looking out. No one even has a chance to try. They got to keep people on the payload, but those people, it's a low resource. It's getting lower by the moment. Rally to me on the point. It's a Second Wind, but how how much can they do just that? They're losing well in a sense, but now they just outright lose. LNL takes the points.
That was 3 rallies, by the way, for Sugar Free within 4 minutes and 10 seconds. So pretty good rate there for him. And he was a huge contributing factor, controlling a lot of those fights. There was a moment on point A where I thought like a cool tech was gonna come out where he had the Winston in front of him. Of course, the D.Va was standing behind the Winston with the defense matrix up. He tried to jump up and use that whip shot to try and knock her back so that defense matrix didn't cover him anymore, but the Winston shield covered it. I mean, this is just how smart of a player that Sugar Free is. He keeps his head on straight, especially in the middle of these chaotic fights, and he tries to go for these plays, and when they succeed, they are absolutely fantastic.
Well, I mean, the other thing, too, it kind of brought up before, is that Sugar Free's flexibility is actually renowned right now. We've seen how important it is for a player to be flexible, even in higher levels of play where you look to the OWL playoffs, the teams that have done really well, or teams that have the ability to have players that can flex all around. And Sugar Free is one of those players where, you know, we look at players, we often put them in the different buckets, right? Where it's just like, you're a hit scan DPS, or you're projectile, or you play support. Sugar Free's able to do a bit of everything, and relative to other players that have taken on the mantle of going from DPS to Brigitte, he does that swap way better than most.
Now he's going back over to projectile, so he's going to be picking up the Hanzo. It's a double sniper composition for LNL. They're going to have, of course, the mobile tanks in the D.Va along with the Winston for their defense. A second win, though. They still have plenty of time to try and figure out what they want to go with, but it looks like they've pretty much locked in the composition for the next fight. It's going to be the triple support composition for them. Not the first time we've seen it, and it's definitely not going to be the last here. They will be moving forward with that.
Alrighty, second wind, of course, going to set a quick time to bring this back the other way, dealing with the time that LNL just set back on them. And a big part of that is going to be Shadow setting up here on the Widow, looking for his counterpart player on the other end.
Flubby took a shot there, brought down. Super Low is regenerating his shields now. A second win. Make their approach on into the points. Shadows is still trying to keep an eye out for Lair. These Widow battles, it's going to make or break this fight.
Shadows had an opportunity, wasn't able to connect. Now, will he get another? Down to 20 HP, can't easily challenge. Gonna be taking the Orb of Harmony, which means not the other side. Well, there's no more Orb because there's no more Flubby. Flubby gets dove on by Nex, and Sugar Free, not afraid to take the battle up close and personal, bring out the storm, bring out the pain, and take down the Wub. LNL comes back the other way.
Now, Dogman and Lair did fall, but they've got the Mercy here. They got Sugar Free here. It's going to be an easy cleanup for them. And second win, their first attack, a minute gone now. Just thwarted, I suppose. Swaps off from that Lucio, goes over to that Mercy. Very necessary. What will be going over now to the Genji? So, you know, a little bit more of what we saw on King's Row, point A.
You know, this Shimada family feud is getting out of hand. That's all I got to see here. They're busting out the arrows, and that time Hanzo was going to connect. But Wub is brought back up. More machine than man after another resurrection by Mercy. Shadows still looking for the pick-off, back all the way.
Whoopi was dropped low, but he will survive, and that's crucial that LNL weren't able to actually convert on that kill. They might be able to convert on that. Sugar Free not be able to quite connect with the shots yet, but that means that second win are going to get some valuable healing off. They've almost got to pose up to a Valkyrie. Ajax already has his, though.
Meanwhile, Sugar Free back the other side. Whoopi already down. And he gets to hold on to Dragon Strike a little bit more. Shadows, though, gets his prey. Lair out of the fight. Sugar Free plays in the arrow. Takes down Wub once more. Grabs him more. Sugar Free's the raid boss here, and they finally bring him down. Let's see if that's going to be enough.
They're going to go ahead and back off because they know they are at the man disadvantage. They don't want to give over too much as the Valkyrie's going to be used by second win. They're going to rampage on to this point here, but they still have to be careful. Double snipers are out in full force. Lair misses his grapple, but he's not punished for it. The Battle Mercy comes out, and with the help of Shadow's Veil, they will take out Lair.
Shadow's easily able to finish that one up, and he's not done yet. Gets Ajax before any res can possibly come on in. And Janitor's going to be, well, really to the name, cleaning up the other end. Second win, they get through point A. They get some time now for point B, where it did take them quite a bit longer to get on point A. We'll see if they're able to make up the difference as they begin their approach to B.
It'll be almost similar. 5-15, 5-13 for second win coming on to point B. We'll see if they'll be able to snowball as much as LNL did. This time around, second win, they're going to have a Genji blade. And no swap-offs actually coming out from LNL. I expected Sugar Free to go over to the Brigitte to try and deal with it, but instead he's going to be sticking with that Hanzo.
All right, we got Love. Dragon Blade to the right. Of course, his blades have been better than average for sure. Here's the blade, dashes through, has the opportunity to flex and connects. Takes down Sugar Free on the other side. But Shadows fell to Lair on the back end, and Lair is working his way end. We see Janitor right now, holding on the point. Self-destruct can be used to clear out, and if he's going to use it, he has to use it soon, because LNL is starting to take control of this fight. Sugar Free is back up and in. Blair is still working around. Okay, and Janitor doesn't go for the self-destruct because they're just resetting.
It was just great positioning coming out from LNL. I mean, Sugar Free was the only one that was caught out by that Dragon Blade. You saw both supports also in that back right corner. As the blade comes in, they try their best to pocket Sugar Free, and of course, the Storm Arrows forces the deflect out from Wub, so he wasn't able to get the dash reset as quickly as he wanted to try and get on to both Dogman and Ajax, who were able to retreat in time to the spawn, took no damage from that. They came back, they were able to get the resurrection onto Sugar Free, but it was Lair who really did bring it back with the Tracer play. Wub is trying to go in, but he's getting tagged by these rockets.
They're moving on in. LNL defending here once more. You see Sugar Free holding on to the Dragon Strike. Can't let the Dragon go at any point here. And send Storm Arrows into Winston. Got to chunk down that mountain one arrow at a time. Now he's going hunting to the sky, unable to connect. Do you let that Dragon fly? Do you let it go? He loses the Dragon right onto the point. And LNL, you take a look at the overall point. They're still pretty healthy, and the fight does go their way. They've chunked down second win just enough. They're 3 members down. It's time to reset. The wind blows the other way.
And now second win are behind it at this point, as they're down to 3 minutes and 15 seconds. But throughout that fight, even though they lost it, Wub was able to build up another blade. No Transcendence, no Valkyrie. We'll see. Will Lair swap off? He is going over to spawn, and it is going to be the Tracer this time. So it looks like they want a little bit more of the same. Headshots to Flubby. I know.
Build him up, break him down. Just do that in the opposite order.
Last time, off the aggression coming from Wub, he was able to get into the back line and try and deal with Shadows. And we'll see if he'll be able to do the same thing here and slow down the aggression of second win by playing that back line flanker. Now they're going to jump in. Here's a blade. Wub takes out Sugar Free.
And Wub's blades have been great so far. Gets that one pick off here early on. Not sure if he's going to get another. Has to put away the blade. But now it's a good advantage coming in here for second win. They just need an extra push to put this over the top. But Lair still alive. Oh, not anymore. Flubby takes him down. One well-placed orb right to the gut on the other side. You see Wub getting healed on out. Second win starting to solidify their advantage here on the point. LNL, though, they have tools of delay. Decon get rather angry about the situation. Gonna start pushing people around. Deals with Wub, pushes them back. And here comes LNL back on the other end. But Lair takes one to the noggin. And this is being fought for tooth and nail. LNL, though, might have disrupted just enough as Shadows is in a pinch.
Boopy has to back off. He's getting dropped down low here, as it looks like second win did back away. They're gonna go ahead and push forward once again now that the Valkyrie is here. Shadows connects onto Sugar Free again with that headshot from the Widowmaker, but it's the self-destruct. Wub has been getting shut down by these tanks now. I suppose we'll bring him back into this fight, but still great delay coming out from LNL, and with that elimination onto Janitor, LNL will force back second win, and now second win are down to 1 minute and 30 seconds left, but they committed so many ultimates into that last fight, CP.
Yeah, and one of the late swaps here was Sugar Free onto the Sombra. I mean, all right, it worked out for Solly. He's going to stay on because he's close to an EMP. I don't know if it's the absolute best thing here, but if they're able to sustain for the next push, the EMP for the push after is going to be real hard for second win to deal with.
The rally is going to be used by Ajax as Lair is able to corner both supports. Suppose and Flubby are gone. Second win just need a reset right now. Shadows on the retreat is able to take out Lair, but that's about it. Yeah, that's the aggression continues from LNL.
That was the definition of consolation prize there. It's like, yay, I killed Tracer after Tracer eliminated the push. By the way, there's an EMP. Good luck.
EMP is on deck for LNL. So now second win, they have to run into that, and that's such a dangerous proposition for them because this is the last fight. So Sugar Free can just shut this all down with one big EMP.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, well, not when you're dead. Shadows, the quick peek takes it down. An opportunity now at hand for second win. And you got Wub, the blade out, no EMP to worry about. Moving over, the Transcendence though, ruins the stage just a bit. Shadows out of the fight, and here comes Sugar Free, time to turn out the lights. EMP striking. fall through. Not immediately there for most, but it's enough to deal suppose. There won't be a res, and LNL, they're putting these leftovers back in the fridge. As Second Wind is not going to have enough to take point B, which means that LNL will take the series here on Volsky.
And LNL now propel themselves within reaching distance of the playoffs. And what a story, right?
What a story.
For a team that now finally got their first win last week up against Gladiators Legion, now are within reach of the playoffs.
Yeah, they made history last week, and now they're just chugging along, and they just keep going. The toothpaste on the hot dog is unbeatable.
Yeah.
And the fun thing, too, is that, you look at their star player, Sugar Free, by the way. Last year, he was like 15, 16 years old. So it's kind of like, I know, just 2.5 years until Sugar Free is an OWL, guys.
You keep making me, every time you bring up how old Sugar Free is, my soul hurts. I'm so old. And we found out today just how young I am, and yet I still feel like an old lady here.
We're all old.
Oh my God, we're all Soldier 76.
Hey, look, we all have good hairlines here at the desk.
Fair. We're fine.
Which shows that you can be a super soldier, but they still have cured male pattern baldness even into the future.
It's just a warning for everybody. But as always, we are watching Lair just be vicious. My goodness. Ouch. I don't want to be at the other end of that sniper rifle.
I mean, it's good transformation from you. Think back to last season where his general role was, what is your purpose? I come in on, well, it was more so, I come in on maps to play Widow for 1 round and then go back to the bench. It's like, okay, you're doing slightly more than that this season. This is great.
Yeah, and once again, building up the amount of t-shirts that has my favorite combos of Contenders players. Now, Sugar Free and Lair, they're another t-shirt added to the pile because watching these two just combine their strengths to destroy is so entertaining.
Yeah, Mica, you might have a problem with making custom t-shirts. Like, 1, that's cool. 2, it's like, okay, this is a little much. 3, we might have to stage an intervention for you and going the custom t-shirt shop.
I thought we were over like the screen print like kind of craze of the last like 5-10 years.
Not when it comes to Contenders. If you keep giving me duos like this, my t-shirt craze will never end.
So let's collect this here. You have jars, you have t-shirts. What other things are you collecting, and are we gonna see you on the next season of Hoarders in 2019?
Yes, because I'm gonna have GOAT plushies, especially as we come onto Rialto, so who knows what's gonna happen.
I approve of you buying these plushies so I can burn them in a ceremonial bonfire. It's great. I approve.
You approve of goat burning, but you guys said it. This may be the one map that Second Wind takes because Rialto is.
Yeah.
Did you like my sound effect there?
This is really important, though.
Whatever that was, I agree.
For them to get the 4-0 here up against Second Wind, that puts them actually within reaching distance of like GGEA within the group. So this is pretty nuts. If they can get this map win here, that puts them at, it looks like, 8 and 9. And so a -1 map differential, really within reach of GGEA.
So predictions as we go into our map.
I mean, still LNL.
Still LNL?
Yeah.
I'll go with that because it is Sugar Free and his Hanzo can absolutely wreck here.
That's very true. I thought you were going to completely 180 and just turn your back on the hot dogs, but here we go.
We have eyes. It's fine.
Hot doggos.
We've seen what's happened here, and it's been LNL with a masterclass versus Second Wind.
Yeah, and LNL, they're just on a huge upward trajectory right now. The first Trials team to get a victory up against an Academy team last week in Legion, and now they're about to position themselves closer to getting into playoffs. The first trial team to get into playoffs. So we'll see if they can do this as now Second Wind are just trying to scramble for anything. They want to get a 3rd map victory under basically their belts, which right now over the last 4 matches, they've only gotten 2.
Which is more than bye week last season.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Now, as we load.
I'm not sure if it is. Is it? I'm going to say it is, so let's just go with that.
No, bye week ended up with 2 map wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're on pace to beat bye week. Fair.
All right, now it's LNL on the offense. They're going for that solo support. Dogman on the Roadhog. He did a lot of work with it on King's Row. So we also have the solo support on Second Wind. So mirrored composition, double sniper, triple tank, excuse me.
Oh, Shadows strikes deeply there, and Lair out of the fight. Sugar Free, full-on frontline battle Hanzo. He's not a coward. He's not a sneak. He's just gonna be with the rest of his team. Meanwhile, speaking of sneakiness, we have Shadows going back to the high ground. Sugar Free once more out of the fight. Both Shimadas gone. The payload relatively stalled.
Oh, halt, hook, Flubby almost punished defense matrix along with the damage reduction from the whole, from the take a breather, keeping him alive for now. But Lair gets a huge pickup onto Suppose. That is the only support for second wind. They have to kite back, and expertly so. Flubby takes out Dogman, so that gives them a moment, but the whole hog melts through Ajax and ends the animation for the resurrection.
Flubby coming up stronger here than I think he has all series long. In second wind, they put an end to LNL's first push. LNL, we'll see how they adapt here, but for the most part, it seems like they're just gonna go again.
Hey, yeah, you just power through this at this point. I think that's the best thing you can do here. We've seen a lot of teams make swap-offs and it just doesn't work out. You just kind of like have to continue. Of course, bashing your head into the wall. Halt almost brings them into the dragon, but they survive.
Arisa grew a pair of wings there from one, went real high up to the sky.
I love that interaction, by the way.
It's pretty good. Lair almost picks off the hog, gets Wobbed on the other side, Infrasight doing more than enough work there, sets up the 6v5, and LNL, oh, look at this, he's looking for the mercy. Oh, what have you done? Should have just stayed back, got greedy, and now you've been punched in the face with a palm.
Shadow's taking out Ajax himself now. Of course, it's LNL this time that are all out of supports. As the self-destruct comes on out, and take a look at the positioning coming out from everyone now. Dogman on the front lines with his Orisa, goes for the whole hog, doesn't even get the D-Mech here, but it's a Dragon Strike with the follow-up. There we go, Suppose finally falls, and they continue to power through this.
This has been really back and forth, but hey, when the chaos has ended, when the dust is settled, LNL ends up grabbing the push. Uh-oh, time for a swim. Flubby realizes that he actually could not swim. He drowned in the canals.
Halts, hook, connects, and there it is. D-Cod will finish off that combo, taking out Wub.
Why isn't this reset button working?
Second win, though. They're just tired of the solo support composition, so they're going to go over the Reinhardt and Zarya. Flubby now going over to the Zenyatta. But as we've seen from a lot of teams here on Rialto, they will try and carry this solo support composition for as long as they can on the offense.
Keep it through. Player going for the hook shot over the top. Had an opportunity, but ends up getting domed on the other side. So doesn't make the most of it. Second win now. With that man advantage, coming back the other way. Doesn't look like a res is going to be coming in sight. Shadows going back over, and second win investing quite a bit here. Flubby, though, falls, and Sugar Free interrupts the pushback. Makes it 3, now 4 on the other side. And LNL easily going to find a way back on through. And we'll go even deeper here into the canals on Rialto.
Moopy's still in the back line, by the way. Oh, wait, never mind. He did go down. He went down to Mex. Never mind. I thought he was still back there with the charge. But yeah, they're going to stick with this solo support, and it does work. You get to continue to carry on this momentum now. This time, Sugar Free doesn't have a Dragon Strike. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What are you doing back there, Moopy? Oh, he actually takes out Lair.
That is not how that should work. That should have been a thing. And yet Second Wind has grabbed 3 players here off of Moopy's unbridled heroism.
He was
and
just
also, by the way, Suppose comes back up and doesn't let Moopy down. All right, I don't know. I'm watching it. Where this is Rialto, where no one knows what anyone's doing.
Moopy was just a battering ram there, and he got into the back line. He was also like a bunker-busting missile with that Reinhardt, getting right on top of Lair and taking him out with the hammer. I guess no Widows really expect the Reinhardt to be just on top of him when your entire team is right in front of you, either. But there we go. Second Wind established their defense now, and they're slowly putting a stop to LNL, who have 2 minutes left. But again, it's going to be the whole hog for Dogman. We'll see what he can do with it. Halt hook. Shadows is caught in it. He gets taken out.
Easy pickings there, and of course the power of a halt hook setup, or really any hook in that situation is how are you going to res up the answer zone. Oh, that's a nice self-destruct setup over the top. Almost got so many. Barely was Second Wind able to adjust on out. Here comes Dogman, whole hog. Let's grind him up and chew him up, spit him out. It's enough for LNL. They get on through. And Second Wind going to be giving up second point as a result of this push.
They were able to delay, though. So with how well LNL were pushing through the second phase of Rialto here, Second Wind gets to breathe a sigh of relief. So right now, both the Reinhardt and the Zarya are coming up on their ultimates. So Janitor with 12% more will be able to set up that Space Dragon combo with Wub. We'll see if they'll be able to execute with it.
Sugar Free, behind and back, gets the damage boost. That's how you know a Dragon's coming soon. You want to have the boost on him, of course, to get the maximum value out of the Dragon. Ajax goes, you gotta let loose and you don't have time! Wub picks him down. Ajax immediately goes for the res back on the other side. and they will get a chance to run it back once more. And no, they won't. Sugar Free is down, this time for good. No zombies on second wind's yard. Wob finds Dogman. Do you drop the dragon? Nah, you can.
We need a command in chat for every time I oof, because these Hanzo shots come so fast and so deadly. Earth Shatter comes out and connected on one, it looked like, and instantly second wind regret that decision and back off as they had to resurrect Whoop back into this fight.
Goofy looks at us like, yeah, I'd like to have the one back. Janitor though, holds on to the grab, plays on it. There's three, there's a dragon. Hanzo screaming stuff. Let's do people gonna fall. Easy grab dragon combo. Second wind pushes it back the other way where LNL now down to their final minute 40.
They're down to their final minute 40, but they have a lot of ultimates coming online, so they can just steamroll through this. Second wind committed a lot into that last fight. There was the Earth Shatter along with the Graviton Surge and that Dragon Strike, so now they only have both support ultimates here. Shadows is going to go ahead and swap off. It looks like he's going over to the Brigitte here, so he wants to try and deal with D-Cut. Seeing that Brigitte come out, Lair makes a counter pick, and he goes over to the far now, and Shadows is stuck with this pick.
Here comes Sugar Free, of course, right behind the Reinhardt. Frontline Hanzo, Dragon Strike, loaded. And they're just pushing back right now. Second wind giving up an awful lot of ground where they have a Transcendence and Flubby. It's forced out. He got chunked. He had no other choice. Graviton comes in response. And there's a Dragon. Dragon just gonna eat them all up. Easy team fight win here for LNL. And now they move forward to the final apex here. A second wind is gonna have to come out in a hurry with this Valkyrie and Dragon.
Luckily, they got wiped as a team, so they'll be able to come back as a team. We'll see how well that they can stall them out as they try to make their way on in. Coming in from the right-hand side, the charge comes out from Moopy. The barrier barely keeps them alive, but Sugar Free takes them down.
The team that wipes together stays together. At least that was the plan for second win. LNL, none to impress. So Sugar Free here on the point. Storm Arrow's out. They get the cleanup they're looking for. No one else is coming through that door, and LNL finish out Rialto with a little bit of time to spare.
Yeah, it was about 23 seconds there. So second wind just really gassed themselves just before the end of Rialto. You need to have something to finish it off. You can't do that with about a minute and 30 seconds left. You got to see what happens. It was LNL who were able to just combo in and then just ride that storm into the final point. So now it's going to be second wind on the offense. LNL for their defense, I feel like they're probably going to go for that 3-2-1 composition. Dogman already hovering over that Roadhog.
You know, if it's not a barnyard animal, that's fine. 3-2-1, paint by numbers. I mean, take whatever you want. Just let's avoid that magic composition that really does struggle a little bit with a Pharah Widow setup.
Triple support, you're okay with. Triple tank, you're all right with. But triple support and triple tank, now that's where we draw the line here at Contenders. Yeah, not really, because goats are still very prevalent.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a similar thing here where pineapples, great. Pizza, great. Do you mix the both of them together? Absolutely, it's the best thing ever. Ha! Didn't see that one coming.
With some red onion and barbecue sauce, it's the best thing, I swear to God, guys. Yeah. I am making so many enemies right now, but it's okay. It's all right. It's my life. I'll live it the way I want to, eat what I want to. Right now, second wind, eating a lot of losses. Ultimately here.
That's not what they want to eat, by the way. That's the L diet where it's not great. It reduces your W count by so much, though.
Oh, yeah. That W count really can be deadly if you have too much of it. Right? Anything at this point, too much of a good thing is a bad thing. But here, second wind. It looks like they, too, will be going for the solo support composition. Flubby already hovering over the Roadhog. We're probably going to have mirrored composition as Wub is going to more than likely swap over to the Hanzo here. Although if he goes for the Torbjorn, hey, second Torbjorn sighting, I wouldn't mind it at all.
Yeah, well, they're not running the Ana, so clearly that's not.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Well, in any case, we have Shadows on the Widow once more. Could chunk the Diva here and decides, yeah, gotta go for it. Instead, sees Hanzo. Hanzo saw him first. Down goes Shadows. Hit that.
And they're not going to be able to res it because the payload has already made its way up there. They're going to try their best. That shield is broken quick now. Wub for the Storm Arrows. Shadows is brought back into this now, and so they're starting to retreat our LNL, giving up some ground here. They have to be careful because the more ground they give up, the more they leave themselves vulnerable to these flanks from the snipers, but it's Shadows who's dropped down low.
Player, meanwhile, going to have like a meaty hit, and well, you got a meaty hit, just came from Shadows back the other way. Roadhog, meanwhile, absolutely okay. Dogman hook onto his counterpart.
Shadows.
Gonna be baiting, and yeah, Shadows picks off another, and he has been the MVP right now for second win. A much better map here so far than he's had all series long, and that's gonna be enough for second win. They'll bring this forward right to the apex of point A.
Yeah, and that's a point where the Roadhog does become a little bit of a liability, right? Because he wasn't able to play around as much as he probably wanted to around around DCOD's barrier. And so he did give over a lot of ultimate charge there. Shadows, he's getting his own ultimate charge. Never mind, he can't because, of course, their Impresight is up. But still, if it wasn't, you'd be that much closer to 2-1. And now, Second Wind taking a very far hold here, making sure that LNL aren't going to be able to contest them that well over here at the bridge. But never mind, LNL have other things in mind. Dragon Strike comes out, and that's going to split up the takes.
Gonna drop the Dragon Strike right down Broadway. Shadows, though, out of the fight, and Lair goes, you were doing the Shadows. Let me give a try at the Widowmaker kills everything minigame. It's pretty fun. It's not a bad way to go. Sugar Free, of course, comes on the other side, and the double snipers of LNL is gonna be clearing out the streets of Rialto.
I love how that interaction works, by the way. The longer you block a whole hog with a barrier, with especially the Reinhardt shield, the more the momentum carries on to when it finally hits you and it just sends you flying. And you got to see, I believe it was DCOD, just sent through the entire canal passage of Rialto there.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of get that good old All Might Nomu rematch there. It's like, when I finally do break through, I hope you realize you're going for a ride.
He hits you with that USA smash.
Yeah, well, that just sends you into the ground. Yeah. Dragon Strike, though, from the other side. Boopy's out of it. Oh, now off the flank. It's working out. Roadhog goes, I wasn't equipped for this boat!
And he didn't have the clearance of the bridge either, it looked like, or he was just slowly pushed off the gondola as it was making its way through the little bit of a tunnel there. So now Second Wind really staunched here on their offense. Now they're down to 3 minutes and 34 seconds, so LNL really do want to put a stop to them here. And they've got a great rotation working out between their Zarya and their Reinhardt. DCOD has his Earth Shatter, and Nex is coming up with that Graviton Surge.
And you look at DCOD here, well, okay, Lair is down, so it really is the DCOD, right? You gotta drop the hammer, you gotta find a moment. Of course, there's not, Reinhardt made again. Slam the heads together, look for the opportunity, and DCOD hasn't felt comfortable letting it loose here. Didn't see the edge. Second Wind moving forward, but what a shatter! Knocks down 3. Those controls aren't working while you're on the ground, Janitor, as DCOD sets the way for LNL to easily get on through.
What a terrible feeling for a diva, right? Where like your mech is just not able to move at all. It's kind of like sleep paralysis, but everyone's awake. Everyone's seeing this.
This is the worst video game ever!
Yeah.
My control's broken!
The game's cheating. That was always my go-to. Not the controller's broken, just the game's cheating.
You know, I'm happy to say, despite being a very active gamer, you know, I never broke a controller, aside from Mario Party. Like, I never got the entire throw the controller when you lose. It's like, controllers are expensive. Don't break your controllers.
Well, it's not just, you know, controllers that get broken. It's also friendships in Mario Party. But now, Second Wind,
I earned those stars. I earned those stars legitimately.
They're trying to break this defense, but they have to do it in the face of a Dragon Strike combo with that Graviton Surge. Nex is holding on to it. There it comes.
Oh, and there it goes. Shadows gets on the other side, but the Dragon Strike still is true. The last remaining gift from Sugar Free before he parted. Takes down 4.
Yeah, that's quite the posthumous gift coming out from Sugar Free there. And so now, Second Wind are down to 1 minute and 56 seconds. And things are getting really dicey because they have Janitor on the Diva. Oh, Earth Shatter, sneaky one coming up from DCOD.
Secret Agent DCOD sent you for a ride. Let's go.
He doesn't want any part of that ride, but he is forced onto it.
Yeah, he's just like, why is this happening to me? How could this happen to me?
Well, that's kind of like how I was introduced to roller coasters growing up. I'm a huge scaredy cat, by the way. But my grandmother, of all people, was the one that tricked me onto a roller coaster when I was about 12.
Wow.
And that's what happened to Mookie.
See, I had the opposite of my family life. My mom just tried to protect me from roller coasters forever and claimed I would die, which she might not be wrong. In any case, we have LNL going back the other way. Mookie out of the fight early, brought back on up. Slight edge, second win, but here comes Sugar Free off the flank. Got Shadows. Sees the Diva in his face. He's drawn the attention back one way. Dragon Strike up, chasing Mercy. One more arrow. No, the pole gets in the way. But it's okay. Dragon Strike can go through walls. Goes on up, Diva in his face, and this time he's not going to get away. Sugar Free chased on down. And Second Wind trying to go on through.
Still, this payload has gone nowhere. It's gone nowhere. And so they still have one more bend to make here before they get the checkpoint. This might be the final fight. They're down to 44 seconds, our Second Wind. They do have a Dragon Strike. They just need some way to set it up. They might just use it to try and split up LNL, but still, they need more firepower behind it. Shadows has to connect with the shots.
Meanwhile, LNL, they want to play for a little bit longer. Final 30 seconds for second wind, and that's a dragon right in Nex's grill. Shields end up working, but he's end up booped off into the water. The shore just a little bit too close for comfort there as LNL finds themselves on the back foot. The last gasp from second wind, starting to turn true as LNL is taken on out.
Still, it's going to be very nearly overtime before they secure this. Great staggers, taking out a layer once again. Yeah, just before overtime, they will be able to secure it, but now they are left with 1 minute and 30 to try and complete out the map. They need to absolutely complete out the map to have a secondary attack here, or it's all over.
You know what's going to happen next? Graviton. See, Nex, of course, working with the Graviton right now. See, that's a sensible chuckle. That is going to get all the ha-has in the world, but it doesn't really matter. Wump out of the fight early. Now they might be able to save that Graviton.
And they're going to save it to a crucial time, too. It's becoming critical time here, where second wind are down to almost no errors left whatsoever. They need to reset full as a 6, try and push into this. But if LNL can just delay this out, can wait out until about 20-second marker to send out that Dragon and Graviton combo, they just win out this map.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, the smart move here would be to give up plenty of space here, because if they can delay, doing it. They're doing the thing! They just need to not get blown up by self-destruct. Okay, second one's trying to force the issue here. They Earth Shatter. Oh, man. They walked right into that. And by the way, Graviton is still there. Dragon Strike, still there. So this is going to be second wind running into a meat grinder for the last fight.
And the supports, they're barely able to make it out. No, Suppose is gone, and you need that mercy. As they come into this final fight, 15 seconds left for second wind, but they're going to have to run straight into a Graviton Surge, clumped up as they will here. And now second wind, this might be their final fight.
Well, I'll tell you how this is going to work out. It's going to be Nex looking for that Graviton. As long as he doesn't donate the janitor, it'll be a good time. Oh, runs into Brigida. Graviton Avenue denied, just drops out the payload. There's 3, runs the dragon, barrier comes out, but it's not nearly enough. That dragon is amped up, he's good to go. It's 4 kills for LNL, and this ride is over. It's gonna be a 4-0 for LNL as they continue to show that they are a contender here in this tournament.
Well, Rialto is crazy, but not crazy enough for second wind to take a map, unfortunately. Did see some fun stuff, though.
That wasn't bad. I mean, the problem that second wind had there is that even in fights they were winning, they were never able to fully clear out LNL in one of those fights, so the payload just kind of stayed there.
Yeah, and actually taking a look at the map score now, LNL has been propelled above GGEA because of overall map wins. So LNL now have 8 map wins, while GGEA are at 7.
We have such a turn in the story now. I'm so shocked. Well, not shocked. I'm just proud of LNL's story. I feel like we saw them week 1. It was kind of not expecting much, but then you guys kept saying sugar free, and now layer, and these doggos, they're going far. Yeah, I said it. I said
they might actually be able
doggos.
to afford like mustard and some ketchup.
No.
Sweet relish.
No. They're gonna just
Sauerkraut?
get 2 different kinds of toothpicks.
Okay, I'm
You got
glad
the
you said
crest.
sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is an underrated condiment.
It is.
Fake, both of you get off of my desk. Both of you out. No sauerkraut.
Are we going for the
Sauerkraut
kimchi dog
is
instead?
great.
kimchi dogs?
Korean fusion, yeah.
All right.
I got you.
You got me. I'll eat that. That sounds
What about
phenomenal.
sauerkraut, though?
Because sauerkraut is
But-
inferior to kimchi.
But sauerkraut is like the German kimchi.
Oh, crap.
Ah.
Oh, I got You got me.
I mean, that
there.
doesn't change your taste or your feelings of the taste of sauerkraut. Like,
No, it doesn't.
It's just like, oh, it's like kimchi. I guess it's okay right now. Like, why would...
He
you know,
just made a solid point, all right?
either...
It's a cabbage, it's pickled. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
That's
go.
how it works.
Either way, I mean, obviously second wind has struggled throughout the entire season, and a mark of a team that is potentially bound to be a champion, or at least contending for it, is the ability to crush lower-level teams that are struggling, and LNL, they dash the hopes of second wind quite expertly.
Yeah, unfortunately, they won't be getting their second wind. I needed to get it in there. I'm sorry. It's over. I'll never say it again, probably until next week.
You say that, but we still have week 5. We still have playoffs.
Well, we probably won't
No,
be
we
seeing second
don't. We're
wind,
not for
though.
second wind. No.
Sorry, guys. That was unintentional. But
Yeah, way to be that guy.
Oh. Well, we have been seeing some amazing plays from everybody. Even second one who didn't take the series, they didn't play horribly.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't embarrass themselves. They simply lost.
which isn't that bad.
Which is true.
It means that they've learned something, which means that maybe next season we're going to see a new and improved second win, just like coming out swinging, and we'll be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, to that point, they could have played on a Torb on defense. Wait, that actually won earlier in the day. Man, my tagline just went out the window when Fusion won that.
Well, let's take a look at these standings. I know Jamerson already kind of prepped us for what we might see here. In our first spot, Fusion University. In our second spot, Gladiators Legion. Still in 3 and 4, we have the 2 Academy teams, Mayhem Academy, right under them GG Esports Academy, and then right under them Last Night's Leftovers, and Second Wind comes in 6th. Rounding out the pack. But as you can see, GGEA and LNL have the exact same win-loss, and but Jamerson is confirming that.
Yeah, I forgot that the 5th map doesn't count towards that.
Oh.
So, but still, you see how close that race is.
Yeah.
It's a -1 differential on both the 5th and 6th and 7th place teams.
This is where it's worth noting that GGA does have the head-to-head tiebreaker advantage over LNL because they were able to beat LNL early in the season. That was back in our week 1 matchup. So LNL has to sort of fight their history there, and they do need to get a map differential over GGA if they want to overtake them and not be facing relegation. But between Mayhem Academy, GGA, and LNL, this is a race for the playoffs, no doubt.
Well,